All right, all right, all right. We're back again. Hopefully everything is good. Hopefully everything is good. I'm not sure if everything is good, but we're going to try this again to make sure that everything is right. Let me see. Okay, everything seems to be okay. I can see my voice is there. All right, we back again. My apologies, ladies and gentlemen. We are back again. And also to the person that supported via the super chat, don't worry about that. I seen that. Let me give you a shout out right away. Marissa, I believe that's how you pronounce your name. Shout out to you for the support. Says, I love your content. Appreciate you for your support. Right? Hold on.
If you like our content, consider
messing up. Hold on. We're messing up. We ain't trying to end the show just yet. We just started. But anyway, let me get back to what I was doing here. I was shouting out Marissa. All right. She says, I love your content. Right? What I meant to do is hit the applause. Right? That's pretty much what I meant to do. We're streaming on two platforms right now. Ringo TV Raw, Ringo TV Reactions. Right? Now, the previous stream that I started up had some tech issues where y'all couldn't hear my voice, but now you can, right? Hopefully now everything should be good, right? So let me see. Sound is good. Sound is good. All right. On both platforms, put a 1 in the chat if you can hear me clear before we begin, right? Okay. All right, we see some 1s. All right, everybody's good. All right, let's start to cook. Okay, so now the last video stream we did regarding the Pop the Balloon show. You had the plumber brother who was a guest, and he pretty much, we all felt that he chose the most attractive woman out of the bunch. But looks are very deceiving. Word on the street, based on the brother's Instagram, is that he was pretty much fired from his job. He was fired from his job. He made this post on his Instagram saying, quote, all this clout chasing got me fired from work. Man, I really love plumbing and I'm good at it, and they got that taken from me. Imagine that. You go on a show because you're trying to find love, trying to find a sister, and you end up losing your job. Now, what does this say? What does this say about dating shows? What does this say about going on shows like Pop the Balloon? And that's not no shot at the host. I think the woman of Pop the Balloon show is a trendsetter. I believe that she did an excellent job with the show. The show is very successful, and you can't take that away. At the same time, it's going to make future guests a little wary about going on the show. Great show. It creates a lot of content, a lot of reaction videos. Everybody is able to share their thoughts. It's amusing, it's entertaining. At the same time, a man lost his job because haters pretty much went to this man's place of business, called up the place like 500 plus times, leaving all sorts of crazy messages, and it ended up making him lose his job. See, this is why social media is so dangerous, because it's like, we as a people, man, we strive on trying to take away people's livelihoods, man. It's real sick. We will go out of our way to hurt someone's livelihood just because of hate and jealousy, man. And you know, as much as I want to focus only on the haters and the people, at the same time, it's just a dangerous place to be, man. Like social media, man, you can't be yourself. And you can't even shine as a brother because hate gonna come. Now, I hope the brother bounce back and start his own plumbing business and do his own thing. I really do. I mean, it gotta be serious because he posted on his Instagram. I don't think the brother's joking around or trolling or whatever the case is. I just feel that it's unfortunate that the man went on the show and pretty much this happened. Hold on, let me shut down this AC. Yeah, so I think that it's unfortunate that he went on the show to look for a woman, and we're gonna do another reaction video later on because he did an exclusive interview on another podcast, and we're gonna review that later on. This is just a messed up situation all around. A messed up situation. Again, salute to everybody in the building. Shout out to everybody on the Ringo TV Raw channel. And everybody on the Reactions channel. We're streaming on 2 platforms right now. So it is what it is. You know what I mean? Anytime you see a vertical live on the Raw channel, know that I'm on the Reactions channel streaming as well. So if you're now joining in the stream, we're talking about the Pop Your Balloon show where, let me see if I can get this thumbnail. And I'll fix the damn thumbnail later on. I know it's the same thumbnail as the other video, but I'm not really interested in all of that. Let's see. Is this it? Yeah, okay. So let's get this. So this particular brother lost his job because social media felt the need to call his job. I don't know how they find this info, man. It's just crazy how people are always hunting down either where you live, your location. You got a lot of weirdos out here, man. You got a lot of sick people out here, man, that they want to find out where you work. They want to find out where you live. And their goal is to make you lose your money. Their goal is to see you homeless. Their goal is to try to cause you heartache and pain. That's pretty much what they're trying to do. You know? And it's because we live in a society that we hate one another badly. Now, on the show, the brother said, yeah, can you pull out 100,000 out of the bank like me? To me, he should have never even went there, because all that does, it just causes more hate. It just causes more people to hate, because it's like, if you got 100K in the bank, then cool. You know what I mean? It is what it is. But now when you lead with your wallet, I understand the women were out there talking ish and you probably tried to go back at them. But to me, that should have never been uttered, because once you say that, the gold diggers are going to come for you. The haters are going to come for you. And, you know, they're going to look at you as, oh, you think you all that? Oh, you think you're so special? And that's not no shot at the brother. But what I'm saying is, we live in a world where no one want to see you shine. People want you to die. People want to see you on a soup line. They want to see you homeless. So as a brother, you got to learn how to protect everything you have and don't let no woman get in the way. Now, we all thought that the woman he chose, we all thought that she was the best one out of all of them. Yeah, based on looks, yeah, she's definitely better looking than all those other women. Ain't no doubt about that. But word on the street, based on this brother's testimony, she's a gold digger. She's a gold digger, y'all. Their situation didn't even work out. He cut her off immediately. There's a lot of drama behind it. We're going to talk about it later. But my main focus is the fact that this man lost his job, his livelihood, his career as a plumber, all because of social media. If he would have never went on that show, he would still have his job. Brothers, what's more important? A woman or your career? This is why I tell you guys, man, when you on the 9-to-5 grind, bro, you can't be letting no woman get in the way of your bread, bro. You never let a woman get in front of your bread. Never. And this is why when you work at a 9-to-5, you got to be careful about social media. This is why a lot of times, a lot of people are very private about their life in terms of the real life, social media, and their work. You got some people that don't even start no social media pages. They don't got no Instagrams. They don't got no Facebook. They don't got nothing. Why? Because they not trying to get fired. Because they know there are a bunch of haters out here that would call their job and be like, oh, so-and-so and so got a YouTube, or so-and-so and so make videos about this. How I know? Because I had that done to me back in the day. Where because women in the workplace knew that I made videos on YouTube was gathering up petitions to get me fired. Why? Because they didn't like what I had to say. As if though I asked them to watch my content. That's the world we live in right now, where you cannot be a man. All this brother did is go on a show looking for a woman and end up losing his job. Come on. You went up there to look for a woman and end up losing your job. And I can guarantee you, the women who most likely was calling his job was probably that woman. She probably was calling his job. She probably right there. She probably was calling his job, talking a bunch of garbage, hating, trying her best to take away the man's livelihood. Look, fam, regardless of what issues you have with people, fam, you don't play around with somebody's money, bro. You don't play around with people's bread and livelihood. People got families, people got kids, people got things that they building. That's the worst thing you can do to a person, man. And I feel that they purposely got together to sabotage what this brother had going, because they just didn't like the fact that he was able to do his thing on the show, and they didn't like that. They did not like that, fam. I feel that they got together and conspired against him, you know, because of hate, jealousy, evil. Imagine you go on a dating show and you're thinking you're doing the right thing. You're looking for love. You're a decent brother. You got yourself together, and a woman can take it all away. A woman A woman can take it all away, bro. Guys, we got to do better, man. We got to do better, man. Is going on dating shows cool? I don't think so, fam. Guys, going on these dating shows, I think is a bad idea, bro. And again, that's not no shot at the sister who made the Pop the Balloon show, man. Again, I'm giving her flowers. I think she's a pioneer, a trendsetter. She did something great. It's popping. She's very successful at it. Hey, keep on going, keep prospering. But at the same time, when a show make a man lose his job, you know what I mean? Come on, man. That's going to discourage people from even wanting to be a part of the show. Because it's like, damn, if I go on the show, people going to know about me and they might start harassing me, going to my workplace, trying to find out where I live. Like I said, we're going to do the reaction to the interview later on. It's going to be a lengthy interview, so we want to break it down thoroughly. But people wanted to see more and see a follow-up of how it went between him and the woman. Well, it didn't go nowhere. The relationship didn't go nowhere. Based on what he said, she's a gold digger, bro. So we were all wrong. At least those of us who thought she was cool. And this is why, as a man, a woman can look good, bro. And she's not a good woman. She looked good. That's it. But she's not a good woman, bro. A woman can look very attractive, got a banging body. Her shape is off the chain, bro. She a baddie, but she's a devil at the same time. So it's like, damn. We thought brother man had it going on with this sister. Based on his reports, she's a gold digger. She was after the money the whole time. He even said it. He said, when I said that I could take $100K out the bank, she was about to pop her balloon and basically put the balloon down once she realized I got the bread. So now we got to really think as men. Is it safe to go on dating shows now? Will your appearance on a dating show cost you your livelihood? What's more important? The clout of being popular? Because the brother said he didn't like the fact that everywhere he was going, people recognized him. He said he don't like it. He got tired of it. And see, I feel the same way. I feel the same way. When I was in New York, you know, when I'm out and about, it seemed like everywhere I turned, somebody recognized me from YouTube. I don't like being famous. I don't like that. I don't like when everybody know and like, oh, yo, I don't like that. I understand it comes with the territory, but I'm private. I don't want a bunch of people walking up on me. Hey, what's going on? Like, leave me alone, bro. You don't see me with my kids? And now I understand what celebrities go through when they be just out and about minding their business with their kids, and here you come up about, hey, how you doing? Can I get an autograph? You don't see him with his kids, bro? You don't see him with his wife? You don't have no consideration. You so thirsty for an autograph. Have you ever dawned on you that this brother needs some peace and quiet in his life? No, you want to be all in his face because you're thirsty for an autograph. Now, I understand you might be a fan. I understand you might appreciate their work and so forth. But sometimes you got to know how to let people live their life when they're out and about doing what they do. People don't get up in the morning because they want to sign an autograph or run into 1,000 people and have a bunch of conversations out in the streets. Nobody don't have that type of time. I don't. So based on the plumber guy, he said after the show, you know, everybody was recognizing him and it was getting kind of crazy. Because everybody's all around like, yo, you're the guy and you said this. And they were spreading all sorts of rumors about the brother, saying he beat women and he's this and he's that. Like, yo, it's crazy, man. And he's not no woman beater. But women were doing that on social media. The very same woman that he joined up with on the show was out there spreading lies about the man. That's crazy. What that says about her, bro. What that says about all you guys sliding in these women DMs, thirsting. If that brother made it clear that she was after the bread, fam, none of you guys should be pursuing that woman, bro. You know? Because his situation did you a favor. And it should do all of us brothers a favor. Going on dating shows, seeking out sisters, or whatever the case is, it comes with risk, man. It comes with risk. Are you able to deal with the fact that you may lose your job? Are you okay with that? If you're a brother making real paper, I think you should stay away from shows that deal with dating, because, I mean, there's nothing wrong with being on a show, but when it comes with the price of people harassing you, calling your job, making threats, and the company realizes this is happening, they're gonna let you go. They're gonna fire you. Especially if they realize you're popular and you got an Instagram. Because a lot of times, guys, you really got to check with your company's policy. A lot of times we don't really think about this, but a lot of you are working for agencies and companies that have a very strict standards, right? Where when it comes to social media, especially, if you say, now listen to me very carefully now, we understand freedom of speech and all this other stuff, but let me break it down for you. If you work for a company and you're a plumber and you come on social media and you're whatever capacity you're dealing with and you introduce, I'm a plumber, I do this and I could do that and I make this amount of money. If you're employed by an agency, it becomes a conflict of interest, because now people that recognize you or people that know you will now see you as a person who is misrepresenting the company. No matter how you see it. If you have your own business, you could do whatever you want. Nobody could try to get you fired from your job. But when you work for an agency, a lot of times in the fine print, they have different clauses in there regarding social media. And I see people break the rules all the time. Like, you could be a person who work for FedEx, you work for UPS, you work for Amazon. And I see this happen all the time. You'll see guys in their truck with their ID, in uniform, and they're making YouTube videos. Hey guys, I'm here, you know what I'm saying? I'm delivering packages, and they got the whole logo. The whole company logo is there. You can get fired for that. If your company find out that you're doing that, you can get fired. Yeah, but I'm just making some TikTok videos, Ringo. It's innocent. There's nothing really wrong with that. Bro, you can get fired for that. You're in uniform. A lot of you ladies, y'all do that too. You're a nurse, you work in the medical field, you be having your ID clearly. It says your name It got your badge number, and you right on social media doing TikTok videos and dancing. If your agency ever find that, you will be fired. Is it worth it? No. The best thing to do is wait for when you're off work. Wait for when you're home. But see now, even under those circumstances, you have to be careful. This is why you got some people on YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, they don't show themselves. They'll do content, but they don't show their face. You got some men and women, you be like, yo, let me get your Instagram. I don't got no Instagram. What? What do you mean you don't got no Instagram? Let me get your Facebook. I don't got no Facebook. Come on. You don't got a Facebook? Come on. You bugging. Let me get your Twitter. I don't got anything. You don't got no social media? I don't got no social medias. You must be a weirdo or something, man. Nah, I'm not a weirdo. I'm protecting my livelihood. Because the job that I work for have a strict policy, and I don't want to get caught up with no drama and somebody end up recognizing me on social media and then I get canned because of violating some sort of policy. So you got to be careful. So I feel that when the brother was on the show, he should have never mentioned about making money. He should have never mentioned that he's a plumber. He should have never did none of that. Because by him doing all of that, it caused all the demons, the haters, the spirits to go out there and pretty much do this. Again, if you ain't see this, let me read it out for you. This is a post he made on his Instagram. It says, all this clout chasing got me fired from work. Man, I really love plumbing and I'm good at it. And they got that taken from me. Y'all are sick. They called the company 500 times and are messing up business. It's pretty much what he said, fam. You know, it's unfortunate, but this is what goes on. Let me see if I can read this a little bit. Hold on a second. Let me see. He says, this is what I get for dealing with low value women. I'm hurt behind this for real. This is what kept me out the streets. This is what kept me out the streets. Wow. That's amazing, fam. And like I said, he was on another podcast doing an exclusive interview, and the brother appeared to be an upright man. Based on the interview, he helped a lot of kids. He helped to provide free plumbing for, I guess, people who couldn't really afford it. He did a lot of things for the community. He was very active with the youth, especially youth that were troubled, because he himself said he came from a background of, you know, the streets. So he know how to reach the youth. And he also declared that a pastor may not be able to reach the youth, but he can, because he speaks the language of the streets. So here you have a brother who was always doing the right thing, trying to keep the peace, and yet they end up taking the man's job because of hate and jealousy. Hate and jealousy, all on a show. So now, moving forward, is it safe for us brothers to go on dating shows seeking love and trying to find a decent woman? Because again, if you watch my last reaction video, we all thought that the woman in black was the best, and to her credit, she is attractive. She was, in fact, the best looking of all these other women, but the truth be told, she's no good either. And the brother confirmed that she was no good after he cross-examined her, learned more dirt, and it come to find out she was after the bag, bro. That's it. She was after the bag the whole time. She really didn't have no real love or care for the brother. The only thing she was interested in is the fact that he made, 6 figures or whatever the case is, or had some money in the bank. So now it brings into question, is it safe? I mean, these shows are very entertaining. It makes us laugh. It gives us content to react to. But at the same time, should the host of the show do better in terms of the kind of guests they choose to have on the show? Should the host be responsible for any of this? Is it the responsibility of the host of the show to make sure that the guests are safe and things like this don't happen? Because again, the show is very popular, but at the same time, as a man, if I'm seeing a brother losing his job and I'm a working man, I'll be thinking twice about going on a show like that. I'm just being honest. Because in my mind, I'm like, damn, I'm trying to find a decent sister to wife up, have a family with, but instead me getting a decent woman, instead I end up losing everything I built. So now I'm homeless now. Was it really worth it? I should have just stayed home and stayed single and didn't waste my time. And I think that because of this incident with this brother, it's going to make a lot of men very discouraged in the sense that they're not going to be interested in dating in terms of taking women serious. They're not. They're not, man. They're going to be on the mindset of, look, I'm just going to deal with sisters accordingly. I'm going to go out there, smash and dash, pump and dump. You know what I mean? Just have my way, deal with women accordingly, and just keep it pushing. Forget about marriage, forget about relationships, forget about long-term, forget about all of that. I'm just going to do me. And that's what's going to eventually happen. That's what's happening right now. And it's because of situations like this. You know? If you go back to the show, the ladies were not ready for dating. They were not ready for relationships. They were not. They wanted to just play. And we all thought the woman in black was serious. We all believed that she was the one that was going to do right by this brother, but come to find out she was not the one. She was not the one, guys. She was after the brother's money the whole time. You know? Someone on the Ringo TV Raw said they were all little girls. I agree. Says no dating shows are, wait, let me see. No dating shows, I guess, are safe is what you meant to say. See, the thing is, when you go on a show, you shouldn't lose your job after going to the show. You know what I mean? You shouldn't lose your job. It's one thing if you do something stupid. Like, for example, put a 1 in the chat if y'all can remember the therapist lady. Y'all remember that therapist lady that went on TikTok and degraded black men and was scolding black men for not coming in to go to therapy, and she ended up losing her job? Y'all remember that? Put a 1 if you remember that situation. Well, she got fired for a good reason. Because she violated the HIPAA law. She was talking about her clients on her TikTok, and she was degrading black men for not going to therapy. basically scolding them for not doing it. And her company let her go. Rightfully so, she deserved that. Nobody made her lose her job. She did it to herself. You understand? But she blamed black men. But if you really did your research about the situation, it was black women who called her company and let them know that she's disrespecting men on social media and shaming them for not getting therapy. That goes against company policy. You can't do that. And you cannot use your social media for that. Because when you're on social media, if you're a therapist, you're also representing your company as well. Some might even say, well, okay, what if I'm off the clock, Ringo? What if I'm off the clock, out of the uniform? Can I still rock out on social media? Fam, did you check your company policy? Did you check the policy? If you didn't check the policy, then you got to move strategically, which means if you do come on social media, I don't recommend you show yourself. I don't recommend you show who you are because, again, you got to look at the fine print of your company because in most agencies, being on social media is a violation. You know? It can get you in trouble, man. If you work at the 9 to 5, let's say you work at Amazon and Amazon have a strict policy against social media and this and that and all this other stuff, and you're in uniform doing TikTok videos, and you say something out of the blue, like let's say you said something in uniform against a transgendered person. And you're wearing your Amazon uniform shirt. All they got to do is call up Amazon. Hello? Yeah. There's a guy on TikTok. I'm not sure if he's employed at your location, but this is his page. This is his name. He's in uniform. He have over 35 videos in uniform. And he said some very horrible things about transgendered people. Here are the videos. Here are the timestamps. I don't know who this guy is. I just want to know, is this a reflection of Amazon? Because my son is transgendered, or you're going to have people that's going to do stuff just like that. And that is how you get fired. That's how you get fired. Because somebody calls up the company just like that. And you might say the person is a hater, but no, they're not really a hater. No, they're not. We got to look at this thing logically. Number one, you're in company uniform making derogatory statements against a transgendered person, whether you agree or not. You cannot do that in company uniform. Because once you do that, what you're saying is Amazon agrees with you. So they're going to fire you to avoid a lawsuit or somebody filing something with some attorney and claiming that Amazon promotes hate. Are you trying to follow me? So in the situation with the brother, even though he was on the dating show looking for love, he promoted what he do as a man. And you know, people on social media love hunting. They love to search, to dox, look you up, look up your name, trying to find your location, doing background checks, all sorts of checks, trying to find out if you've been to the penitentiary, how much have you had any arrests. So they probably found his work number. You know how you go to these pages and you can pay $5 to kind of tap in and find out about a person? These ladies do that all the time. These ladies go to these little websites. These websites are the devil because they're set up to get your money so you could go out there and do dirt. I mean, you got to be a sick person to be out there trying to find a person's info just so you can make them lose their job. What kind of evil? What kind of person? You're heartless. So now everybody's laughing. They're laughing at the man now. They're saying, ha ha, you talk all that talk about making 100K and pulling 100K out the bank. Now you don't got no job. This is what they did to him. Let me see what some of those comments are saying. So he said what he said. Somebody came in and says, sue that job. That's wrongful termination. You know, I understand the person saying sue the job, that's wrongful termination. But at the end of the day, if you pay attention to what I just said, in most cases, the company will go through their policy and they'll start to look at, did you violate anything and are they justified? These companies have attorneys. These companies have lawyers who they literally go to and see whether or not you violated the company policy and they let you go. Because it could be a situation where women are contacting the company saying that they feel degraded as a woman. You have to understand, man, if you got 500 women calling your company saying that one of their employees is on social media degrading women, even though the brother never degraded nobody, we know that. But you get in these complaints. These companies, it's like their hand is being forced. And they'll find a loophole. They'll say, well, he misrepresented our company because he was saying he's a plumber, and he if he would have never said that, then it would have been cool. If you would have never said that you're a plumber, a licensed plumber. See, once you say a licensed plumber, come on. You open yourself up. Guys, you gotta protect yourself. You gotta protect yourself. You gotta protect yourself from situations like this. You don't want to end up losing your job over social media. Let me see. Sexy Coco said the women in these comments, you can tell. Hold on, let me make this larger so you all can see it. Make this larger. Okay. And again, those of you that are on the Ringo TV Raw channel, if you want to see what I'm showing, you got to go to the Ringo TV Reactions channel. Over there, you can see the visuals of what I'm showing. We're streaming on 2 platforms at the same time, right? So Sexy Coco said, the women in these comments, you can tell the type of person y'all is. And that's why some of y'all is probably single and will never get married. This world is a sick place. And like I said, if you go to the comments, women are going off. Women are laughing. They are clapping. They're excited that the man lost his job. That's sick. The man, listen, the man worked with the youth, y'all. We're going to do the review. We're going to do the review about the interview that he did with another platform. We're going to take a look at that. We're going to do our reaction to that. You're going to learn about him even more. We're talking about a man who was very active with the youth, with troubled teens, kids that were they were going astray. He offered free plumbing service to the elderly, to single mothers. That's right. He made this very clear that he offered free plumbing service to single mothers who are having difficulty, they can't afford it, or whatever the case is. He would offer those services. He helped the youth. He invested his money into the youth in the community. A brother who came from a troubled past and found a better way in life. This is how he was rewarded for trying to seek out a black woman to make a wife. This is his reward for wanting love. And you're wondering why, ladies, these men don't care no more. You're wondering why good men choose not to marry. You're wondering why. You're wondering why most men are saying, forget marriage. I'm just going out here and I'm gonna go ham with these women. You're wondering why you have a lot of good brothers that are turning bad. You're wondering why. You're wondering why a lot of good brothers are turning into savages. You're wondering why. Because when we see stories like this, it just tells us that there's no hope. It tells us that this whole idea of finding a decent sister and wifing her up and having kids is a joke. Because this is what you're going to get. You're going to get fired from your job. That's what's going to happen. The brother said, this is what I get for dealing with low value women. I'm hurt beyond this for real. This is what kept me out the streets. So now that the brother lost his job kept him out the streets. So now what are you gonna do? Go back in the streets? Is it gonna make him wild out? Is it gonna make him go to the penitentiary? Is it gonna make him flip? Go back into his old ways? A brother that supported the community, supported the kids, supported single mothers, the very same women that he supported made him lose his job. And you're wondering why a lot of brothers, when they make it and they become multimillionaires, they say, forget the black community. You're wondering why. You're wondering why you got brothers like this that will end up with a Becky or an Asian woman and say, forget these women out here. I'm done. Because this is what I'm gonna get. I'm gonna get fired from my job. So to the person saying sue that job, that's not gonna happen. It's not really a wrongful termination. Nope. Look at the company policy. I'm telling you, any of you that are working a 9 to 5, you gotta be careful because social media and your company can be a conflict of interest. It can be an issue. Because again, if you're on social media, especially if you're making money from social media and you're representing your job at the same time on your social media, it can send a bad signal, you know? So you got to be very careful with that, right? This is why some people don't have social media pages because of stuff like this. Let's see. I smell your own new business coming. It's given Qualified Plumbing LLC or something like that. With the devil made a harm, God will always turn to good. You did nothing wrong. Someone else says, when one door closes, another door opens. Blessings in disguise. Like everyone on here is saying, start your own business. I'm very sorry you are experiencing all of this. It's interesting when everybody say start your own business, but you're not going to support them. It's interesting when y'all say go start your own business, but you ain't supporting the brother. Our people love to say stuff like that. Go start your own business. But when you start it, they don't even support you. He could go start the plumbing business, but are you going to give him business? Are you going to hire him? Of course you're not, because you're a hypocrite. And I've seen this happen all the time in the black community. People will tell you, oh, go start a business, go do this. And then when you go do it, they don't support you. They just think the money gonna drop from this tree somewhere. No, if we don't support one another, nothing will work. I'm tired of people saying go start a business, and then when we go start the business, you're not there to support the business. You know? You're just giving a bunch of lip service. This is sad, man. Wow, all this over a YouTube pop the balloon video, shaking my head. These some sensitive times we currently live in. That's sad, man. Over a YouTube video, this man lost his job. That's sick. I'm disappointed about this, man, because I thought the brother struck gold by dealing with that woman. I'm like, okay, all those other women on the show was crazy, but at least the one he dealt with was the most attractive. I'm like, okay, they got some chemistry going. They're gonna hit it off. Come to find out, she was no good either. She was a gold digger, bro. We're gonna learn about that later on. You know, we're gonna learn about that later on. We're gonna review the interview and find out what's going on with this, because that episode was very epic because he stood his ground as a man. He wasn't arrogant. He was confident the whole time. He was confident the whole time. Me personally, what I would have never did is when he was talking about, he was telling the woman in, I believe it was the woman in blue. He was telling her, could you pull out $100K out of the bank? I would have never did that. As a man, I would have never did that. Not at no woman. To me, that's where he messed up. He should have never did that. He literally got into the mud with her. She was already being messy. As a man, you don't ever, under any circumstances, talk about how much money you can pull out of the bank and you're competing with a woman. You degrade yourself as a man. You're degrading yourself. Don't ever do that. He was doing good when he was talking about, oh, you know what I'm saying? You helped me out, or, you know, whatever the case is, whatever's the popular phrase he been using the whole time about, I forgot the damn slogan that he was using. Got to make a t-shirt and put that on a damn t-shirt now. You know what I mean? Where, you know, it's like, you helped me out by you pretty much rejecting me. You did me a favor. You know what I mean? So it's like, he should have stuck with just that. But don't go back and forth with a woman and start to compare notes. Well, I'm a licensed plumber. Well, I'm into real estate. Once you do that, you're degrading yourself as a man. I'm just letting you know. Once you, as a man, start to compare what you're doing with a woman to show out on social media, you lose. You lose. Because you're acting just like her. As a man, you don't need to do that. If you're already a boss, if you're already making 6 figures, if you already got yourself together, there is nothing to prove. It's her loss if she don't want to deal with you. But I am not going to come out there and say, well, I could pull 6 figures out of the bank and, you know what I mean? I'm a licensed plumber and, you know what I mean? I ain't got no time for that mess. That's the only criticism I got for him. He should have never did that, because all that did, it infuriated the hatred in women to go after his job. In other words, since you so high and mighty, since you making all this money, okay, we're gonna see how good you is when we take that job from you. And they don't care. They ruthless. They don't care, bro. They'll call your job 5,000 times just to get you fired. They'll call your job and be like, this man is very abusive. He's beating women. He's hateful. He's degrading women. They'll make up all sorts of allegations and lies just to get you fired. And the company have no choice. Company is like, you know what? We gotta let you go. We gotta let you go. Your face is plastered all over YouTube, all over TikTok, all over the place. As a man, are you prepared for fame? Are you prepared for this? Are you prepared to lose your job? Do you got enough money in the bank to sustain you if you lose your job? Because if you go on a dating show, there's a possibility you can lose your job. You get it? There's a possibility you can lose your job. He should have never went toe to toe with this woman here. I think she right there was the most dangerous woman on the show. And I can guarantee you, she most likely did some dirt behind the scenes too, because she didn't like him. They probably got together, conspired, and pretty much got the man fired. And now they feel good about themselves now. And that's how sick this game is, man. Real sick, man. Real sick. A brother can't even go on a dating show no more to find a woman. We got to be concerned about getting fired from our job. So now, if you're a man and you want to go on pop the balloon, you got to be concerned now about getting fired. Because if the women don't like what you said, they're going to call your job. They're going to call your job, guys.
Hello? Yeah. It's this guy. Yeah, he's on YouTube. Yeah. He's talking about women. Yeah. He's talking about how, you know what I mean, he don't care about women and women ain't ish and blah, blah, blah. And he works for your company. And I just want to know, do your company agree with what he's saying? Because we have a lot of women who are petitioning and we're really hurt. And we just want to know, you know, what are your agency going to do about this situation?
That's what they're going to do to you, bro. That is exactly what they're going to do to you. So now, it could something like this ruin the show? Will the host of the show address the situation? Some people might say, well, the host of the show have nothing to do with this, Ringo. I get it. I'm not blaming the host of the show, but at the same time, if something is done on a show and a man loses his job, it's a reflection of the show as well. There's no way around that. I would not go on that show. No man, after seeing something like this, would go on that show if he know he can lose his job just for going on a show. I mean, the man did nothing wrong. to be honest with you. He didn't do anything wrong that's worth losing his job. He's just stating his opinions based on what he like in women. That's not a crime. So there's no reason for him to post this on his Instagram and say that he got fired. We know men didn't call his company to get him fired. It was just women. So what does that say about dating? What it says is women don't want to be married. They don't want to find love. They just want a man they can control. So since they can't control this brother, they figure the best thing to do is get him fired, make him lose his livelihood. Hopefully he will, bow his knee to us and empty those pockets. That's pretty much what that's saying. So, hey, it is what it is, man. It's just a sad situation. You know? I don't care how much you disagree with a person, man. You don't play with their livelihood. You don't play with people's livelihood when people got kids, people got families, people got responsibilities. You don't play with somebody's bread, bro. You don't go out there, well, I don't like what he said, so let me call his job and get him fired. Like, what? How would you feel if somebody did that to you? How would you feel if somebody did that to you? Some of you are one paycheck away from being homeless. If you lose one paycheck, it'll set you back with your bills. So how would you feel if somebody did that to you? It wouldn't feel good. It takes a heartless person to do something like that. I don't care how much you disagree with his confidence, because it's not arrogance, it's actually confidence. You don't get the man fired over something like that. It's crazy. See, the thing is, here's the thing. The Pop the Balloon show is a great idea. It's a great show. It's very successful. It brings the social media community together. There's a lot of reaction videos about this show. Great show. At the same time, the host of the show, I feel, have to speak on this in a way, because it will make men uncomfortable with being on the show. It's something that needs to be addressed. I'm not blaming her, because she don't have no control over what goes on outside the show. But my point is, it can ruin a show. Imagine if you own a restaurant and a guy came to your restaurant with a lady. He'd been a customer there for a few. And then the news report that particular same guy that been a regular customer at your restaurant, you seen their face, you know who he is. There's video of you and that person in it on social media. There's photos of that person with you. Come to find out, that person murders their wife, and now it's plastered all over social media. What is that going to do for your business? You're going to have to answer for that. You're going to have to at least share your thoughts, even though you had nothing to do with him killing his wife. But by the pure fact, you're plastered with photos with this guy. He's in your place of business. He's a regular. Everybody's seen him come in there. People going to think twice about the business. It's like it can hurt a business. That's all I'm saying. Because what most men are going to think is, man, I'm a police officer. I can't go on that show, because if I go on that show as officer such and such, it may end up getting back to the job. They may end up painting me as this horrible person, a woman hater, arrogant. I end up getting laid off. So you know what? I'm not going. Or you could be a woman and work in the medical field or some sort of business or whatever. And you're like, you know, I really would like to meet a brother and find love. I'm really busy. I'm at this job all day. I don't really have no time to date. It would really be a good opportunity. But man, if I go on social media and they see me, some of my colleagues might see me there, and it is a popular show. They probably watch the show. If they see me, it'll get back to management. Then they're gonna look at the way I'm dressed. They're gonna think that I'm reflecting the company. You know what? I'm gonna have to cancel. I can't go. I can't go because I don't want to mess up what I got going with my business, and you know I'm gonna lose everything. Sometimes you got to look at this from, you know, you have to look at the forecast of if I did this, will it affect my livelihood? Will it affect my job, my business? Can it affect me? Now, some of the guests that come on these shows, they got their own businesses. They do social media. They're influencers. They get their bread elsewhere. They're not connected to no 9 to 5. They don't got to deal with no management. So for them, they could just do whatever they want to do. But if you work at a particular company and they got a policy, you need to read it. And you need to read it well. Because you might be doing something on social media that goes against company policy. You know? Like I said, the show is very entertaining. Listen, I'm going to continue to always give, and I don't have her name, but y'all all know the host of the Pop the Balloon show. And you have many people copying her show right now. Many people are copying her format, and they're getting successful off of it. She'll be at 1 million subscribers probably by, let me see if I can predict this. If she keep going at the rate she's going, she'll be at 1 million subscribers by February 2025. She'll be at 1 million subscribers. Because the show is doing major numbers. It's very entertaining. So with this level of success that's coming in, they gotta, I guess, tighten up on certain things to maintain that success and not have anything bad happening, because like it's a real train wreck what's going on behind the scenes. A lot of people probably don't even know the brother lost his job. I hope he's just trolling everybody, but I don't think that the brother's gonna post this on his Instagram and say, yo, I lost my job. I don't think he's gonna do that to play. He don't seem like a brother that play any games. He seems like he's about his business. He stand on business. He was standing on business during the show, so he seemed like that's how he is. He's about his business, so he ain't gonna do this for no clout and no clicks. This is serious business. You know? Sad, man. And it's our people that do this, man. Our people. Our people, bruh, are the only ones that do this. They're always trying to get you fired, bruh. They're always trying to figure out a way of how you can lose money. I hope they lose their money. I hope they lose their job. I hope. This is our people. Anytime you're doing good, they want to shut it down. You get a new house, I hope they lose the house. Get a new car, I hope they lose the car. They're never happy for you. Jealousy and envy, man, it's a cancer. You know? But anyway, y'all, I got to drop off some books at the library, take care of some business real quick. So that being said, we are going to get on out of here, right? So, hey, Ringo TV Reactions. This is my hunting flashlight for when, you know, I'm in the crib and it's late at night and I hear a sound. You know, you hear that sound, you come downstairs with the Second Amendment. You come downstairs, you looking around like, you know how that go. So it's like, this show, man, should teach us brothers, man. Is it worth it? Is it worth losing your livelihood over a woman? Is it worth losing your livelihood for a woman? Is it worth it? Are you guys willing to lose your job to get some cooch? I don't think so, bro. I'm not doing that, man. So I hope that you guys learn a lesson from this. I hope that the brother is able to bounce back, do his thing. You know what I mean? Because if he got the skill and he's a licensed plumber, you know what I mean, he should be able to get a job elsewhere. But like many said, starting his own business is one thing, but hey, let's not just say start a business, but support the business. So if the brother do start a business, you should be able to support him. Hit him up, be like, yo, I got a job for you. So you could put a few dollars in his pocket rather than just talking it. How about being about business? If you tell the brother to start a business, hire him for a job. Let's see how many of you going to hire him. Because if you're not going to do that, then you're just talking crap. You know? So again, I got to get up on out of here. Got to catch the library and do what I got to do. We're going to be back later on. We're going to do a full stream breakdown of the exclusive interview, which was featured on another platform. We're going to take a look at that. We're going to hear what he had to say and learn the truth. You're going to learn the truth from the horse's mouth that the woman in question was after just the money. She wasn't really focused on him. It's sad. It's really sad, man, because again, ladies, if y'all listening to me, man, y'all got to pay attention, fam. Like, this is a serious topic. This is a serious issue here. The dating game is so bad right now that we're hearing these horrible stories all the time. And it's discouraging these men to the point where they're just not going to care anymore. Which means if you're a woman and you're really trying to settle down with a brother on some real ish, what you're going to end up getting is a pool of men that don't care. Which means they're going to see you, they're going to run game, they're going to use you, and they're out. And it's because of this evil that continually goes on all day. We're supposed to be building black love, building family, raising children, being fruitful and multiplying. But instead, we're sabotaging people's livelihoods because of social media and clout chasing. We're too busy competing against one another. And we're all growing old and lonely and miserable in the process. Really messed up, man. Wait till you hear his story. Wait till you hear his story later on. It's really sad, man. Let me see. Give a few shout outs on this Cash App real quick. I mean, I just went on Instagram and the first thing I see is a video with him. That's the first thing I'm seeing, no cap.
Being promiscuous, non-cleanly, don't have a career, nothing really going for yourself.
Okay, so we did get a pop balloon. I didn't go on over there, see what's going on.
Yes.
All right, if we can have your name and age and why you popped your balloon.
Hi, my name is Karma. I'm 24. For me, it just did not work. I didn't feel like I had chemistry or wasn't fully attracted to you, and I feel like that counts if we are going to be going through a dating show, you know?
Yes, the feeling is definitely mutual. So that's okay. Thank you. You did me a favor.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Glad you have a great day.
Thank you, Queen. You too.
Okay.
That's crazy. I went on Instagram, just went on, and already, this is how popular that show is that it's circulating all on spiritual word. It's all over the shade room. It's everywhere. And everybody's doing reactions with this particular clip. You know, it's crazy, man. But let me see. Shout out to Forever Studios for the support. Forever Studios. The Dubman moderator for the support. Shout out to CJ for the $1. Appreciate you. All right. So that's about it, y'all, man. We're going to come back later on with that exclusive interview breakdown. And hopefully you learned something from that. We're going to do a lot of reactions with the Pop the Balloon show. We're going to really do a lot of reactions with it. My thing is this. I feel that the host of the show, and if she's listening, I feel that you should do this, right? Maybe you do this already. Maybe I just didn't see it. Put a disclaimer up. Like, you know, like when the show starts, put a disclaimer up that says something along the lines of, I guess what I'm trying to say is a disclaimer need to be put up before the show begin that says something along the lines of, we're not responsible for what happens outside the show. That if you're a guest on the show, like, your discretion is advised, and, you know, you got to really consider that, you know, we don't know all these people. We haven't vetted all these people. It's impossible to do that. That way, when guests come on the show, they know what they're getting into. That way you're not liable for any criticism. You're not liable for any damages, for any losses, wages. You get what I'm saying? What it does, it shields the show from anything that can happen due to situations like this. That way, business can continue as usual, and adults just have to make adult decisions. In other words, hey, if I go on the show, these are the risks. You get it? And you're pretty much protected from any liability due to stuff like this. Because you can have somebody that's a guest on the show who will go as far as trying to sue the show because they lost their job. It can happen. It can happen. Sometimes you'll have somebody that'll lose their job and then they'll try to sue the show. and say, because of the show, I lost my job. I'm telling you. So to the host of the show, I feel that that's something you should do. Matter of fact, the late Kevin Samuels, I can recall there was a time when people were criticizing him, and I remember he put a disclaimer on his show that says something along the lines of, if you appear on the show, you understand that you're gonna be on YouTube, you're gonna be seen by the world, and you know, something along those lines. He put a disclaimer up to protect himself. So I think that that's what the show need to put up, because like I said, you might have a woman that'll come on the show and she dealt with some brother, come to find out the brother was a lunatic, and she might feel like it's the show's fault. So, hey, to the host of the show, the Pop the Balloon show, listen to what I'm saying. Listen, you might have a woman that went on a date with a guy, turned out the guy is abusive, and she might end up coming on social media saying the show hooked me up with that guy, and want to go after the show. When your show becomes very popular, you have to protect it. That's my advice to the host of that popular show. That way you're protected, because none of this is her fault. So don't think that I'm saying what happened with the brother losing his job is her fault. It's not her fault. She don't have no control over what people do outside the show. What I'm saying is the show have to put something in place, a disclaimer, an agreement, something that is visually seen so that everybody involved know what it is. So don't come after me if you had a bad date or a bad experience. Don't try to come after my show with liability cases and lawyers talking about you hurt and you were abused and you lost your job and you blaming me. That's all I'm saying. So, hey, peace and blessings to those on the Ringo TV Raw channel. I'm gonna sign out over there. Come on over to the Reactions channel. It is what it is. Let me end the stream over there. Peace out to those on the Ringo TV Raw channel, right? All right. Final thoughts on the situation. Dating is a dangerous business. Dating is a dangerous business. We all believed that the woman in black was the perfect match. Some of the ladies already knew she was a problem. That's interesting. I can recall from my last stream, some of the ladies were given pushback and felt she wasn't good at all. So I guess y'all were right. Women can read other women clearly. A lot of times us men, we just see that wagon. You know what I mean? We see the pretty face and we ready to jump and risk it all, you know? But guys, and no matter what field you're in, I feel that you have to protect what you do, your livelihood, what you do as a man, and don't let a woman get in the way of that. So if you're on a 9-to-5 right now, when you go to your job, you have to really protect that and not let a woman get in the way of that. So take the advice and take what you learned from this live stream and apply it in your everyday life. You know, don't let women get in the way of what you do as a man. Don't allow a woman the liberty to take it away from you. This brother didn't realize that he was going to lose his job over a dating show. He didn't know that was going to happen. He got caught up in the rapture of love and this happened. So learn from this and really be smart about how you communicate on social media. Don't talk about your money. Don't lead with your wallet, and never go toe to toe with a woman in any sort of little argument and bring up your money and your livelihood. Don't do that. Because here's the problem. You ready? Put a 1 in the chat if you're ready for the truth. I'm going to tell you. The biggest mistake that brother made on that show, I'm going to tell you it. The biggest mistake that brother made on that show is tell those women that he's a licensed plumber and made his value be placed on his job. Once he did that, the women knew if they can strip him of his job, he loses everything. What am I saying? When he mentioned that he's a licensed plumber and he used that multiple times, what he essentially did is said, my complete value as a man is based on my job. Who I am as a man, my power, everything that is about me is based on me being a licensed plumber. And the women said, okay, if I take this away, then what? You don't have nothing. That's pretty much what went down. Don't lead with your wallet, guys. Don't lead with your wallet. Don't do it. Sometimes you got to tell, you don't need to tell women what you do, especially publicly. I understand they ask these questions. What do you do? Whatever the case, just say, I get money. What do you do for a living? I get money. You got to really protect your livelihood. You can't come out and be like, oh, I'm a licensed contractor. I'm a professional electrician. Because once you do that, they're going to try to locate your job to get you fired. Just say, I get money. What's your occupation? I get money. What? I get money. That's what I do. A sister asks you, where do you work? I get money. That's it. Y'all don't need to know what I do. I get money. That's it. You gotta protect your livelihood, man. Because haters want to take it away. All right? Okay. So we're going to get up on out of here. Y'all take care. We'll be back later. Ringo TV Reactions. You already done know what it is. Make sure you rate, comment, and subscribe to the show. That's right. Man, oh man. This is what I get for dealing with low-value women. Ringo TV Reactions, the #1 reactionary channel on YouTube. You already done know what it is. Make sure you rate, comment, and subscribe. Ringo TV, the #1 reactionary channel on YouTube since 2006. Putting in work. Rate, comment, and subscribe to the channel. We'll catch you in the next video. You already done know what it is, man. Y'all stay safe out there. We'll be back later on. Peace and blessings to the mods in the chat. We out of here, fam. Y'all take care. Ringo TV. We out. Peace.
If you like our content, consider supporting via Cash App at $Ringo TV Raw. Become a patron on patreon.com for exclusive video content not shown on YouTube. You could also support through PayPal at paypal.me/RingoTVRaw. Subscribe to our YouTube channel and click the bell to be notified of new content. Follow me on Instagram at RingoTVRaw.
This is Ringo TV Reactions, the only channel on YouTube bringing you the truth 100% raw and uncut. I'm out. Peace.